Did you know that quitting marijuana can trigger some of the most fascinating changes in your brain and body? It's not just about kicking a habit, it's about uncovering the profound effects of cannabis on your endocannabinoid system and how your brain reboots without it. For years, marijuana has been known for its psychoactive effects due to compounds like THC and CBD interacting with CB1 and CB2 receptors. But when you stop, the changes can be as surprising as they are revealing. Quitting marijuana triggers a cascade of shifts in brain chemistry. THC withdrawal disrupts dopamine pathways that once drove that sense of euphoria and relaxation, leaving behind irritability, insomnia, and vivid dreams. Your prefrontal cortex, key to focus and decision making, begins to recalibrate, while your amygdala, responsible for stress and fear responses, struggles to regain balance. These aren't just withdrawal symptoms, they're signs your brain is reclaiming its natural rhythm. Whether you've been smoking weed daily or occasionally, quitting cannabis is a test of both the mind and body. The process isn't without its challenges, but it's also the gateway to sharper memory, restored motivation, and emotional stability. The real question is, what's waiting for you on the other side of quitting weed? Clarity? Control? Or something even deeper? Let's find out. Effects of marijuana on the brain and body. Marijuana doesn't just create a high, it rewires some of the brain's most fundamental systems. At the heart of this process are two compounds: THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, and CBD, cannabidiol. These cannabinoids interact with the endocannabinoid system, ECS, a critical network that helps regulate mood, memory, appetite, and even how we experience stress. How THC and CBD work. Let's start with THC, the compound responsible for marijuana's psychoactive effects. THC binds directly to CB1 receptors in the brain and central nervous system. This is where the high comes from: euphoria, altered perception, and that sense of relaxation many users chase. But there's more to it. By mimicking your body's natural endocannabinoids, THC floods these receptors, amplifying effects that are meant to be subtle. Over time, this overstimulation can have consequences, including dependence. CBD, on the other hand, plays a different role. It doesn't bind directly to CB1 receptors, but instead interacts with CB2 receptors, primarily found in the immune system and peripheral tissues. CBD has a moderating effect on THC, often reducing anxiety or paranoia triggered by excessive THC. That's why CBD-rich strains are often described as more balanced or calming. Beyond that, CBD interacts with other systems, like serotonin receptors, which could explain its potential to reduce stress and stabilize mood. The neurotransmitter effects. Marijuana influences the brain's chemical messengers, altering how we think, feel, and even behave. Dopamine, known as the feel-good neurotransmitter. Dopamine surges when THC stimulates its release. This hijacks the brain's reward system, making marijuana use feel rewarding. Over time, though, this can dull the brain's natural ability to produce dopamine, leading to dips in motivation when you quit. Serotonin. THC indirectly boosts serotonin activity, often lifting mood and promoting relaxation. However, some users may experience imbalances, which can trigger anxiety or mood swings, especially during withdrawal. Norepinephrine. This neurotransmitter drives alertness and stress responses. Marijuana can cause spikes in norepinephrine, leading to increased heart rate and heightened awareness. After quitting, these levels can become unstable, contributing to withdrawal symptoms like restlessness or agitation. Dependence and tolerance. Here's where things get tricky. With regular marijuana use, the brain adapts. CB1 receptors become less sensitive to THC, meaning users need larger doses to feel the same effects, a phenomenon called tolerance. This isn't just about getting high. It's about how the brain's natural balance gets thrown off. Signs of tolerance and dependence might include needing to consume more marijuana to feel anything, feeling irritable, anxious, or struggling to sleep without it. Losing interest in activities that don't involve getting high. Breaking free from marijuana isn't just a matter of willpower. It's a biological process where the brain begins to recalibrate its endocannabinoid system. This can feel uncomfortable at first. Withdrawal symptoms like insomnia, irritability, or intense cravings are common, but it's also a sign that your brain is healing. Over time, as CB1 receptors regain their sensitivity, natural motivation, focus, and emotional balance start to return. Marijuana's effects go far beyond the momentary high. It reshapes how your brain functions. Knowing what's happening beneath the surface gives you insight into why quitting weed can feel challenging, but also why it's so transformative in the long run. Quitting marijuana, quitting weed timeline. Quitting marijuana is more than just stopping a habit. It's a full reset for your body and mind. Whether you've been using weed for recreation, self-medication, or out of routine, stepping away can feel challenging. But understanding what happens as THC exits your system provides a roadmap for this transformative process. It's not just about willpower. It's about your brain and body rebalancing, recalibrating, and rediscovering their natural rhythms. From the first day to long-term recovery, every phase of quitting cannabis brings unique hurdles and rewards. Let's break it down step by step so you can see how far you've come and how much you stand to gain in this quitting weed timeline. Days 1 to 3. Fighting the fog. The first days without weed are all about adjustment. As THC levels drop in your bloodstream, your brain and endocannabinoid system, ECS, begin recalibrating. This recalibration can feel rough. Common symptoms include headaches, irritability, nausea, and an overwhelming mental fog. Sleep might evade you as your body struggles to reestablish its natural rhythms. This stage isn't just discomfort, it's the beginning of healing. Your body is flushing out THC, and your CB1 receptors, long desensitized by regular use, are beginning to recover. While the process can feel slow, these first days lay the foundation for long-term improvement. Days 4 to 7. Withdrawal peaks. By the second half of the first week, things intensify. Marijuana withdrawal symptoms tend to peak, making this the most challenging phase for many. Anxiety and restlessness can become prominent. Cravings for cannabis might feel overpowering, and sleep could still feel elusive. Mood swings are common as your brain adjusts to life without the dopamine boost it relied on from THC. One noticeable change during this stage? Vivid dreams. As your REM sleep rebounds from suppression caused by marijuana, your dreams may feel intense or unsettling. It's your brain rediscovering its natural processes, a sign that recovery is underway. Week 2. Reclaiming control. As you enter the second week, the withdrawal storm begins to subside. Cravings may still pop up, but they're less intense than before. Your ECS is working hard to recalibrate, restoring balance to processes that were disrupted by weed use. While sleep might not be perfect, it starts to stabilize, and you may notice small wins like improved focus or better memory retention. This stage marks a shift from surviving withdrawal to regaining control over your mind and body. Weeks 3 to 4. Early wins. By the end of the first month, the physical grip of quitting marijuana starts to loosen. Symptoms like nausea and headaches have likely faded, and the brain begins to show signs of improved cognitive function. Focus sharpens, and memory becomes more reliable. Emotionally, there's more stability. The mood swings that plagued earlier stages subside, leaving room for a clearer, calmer state of mind. Relationships may also feel more meaningful as you reconnect with others in a more present and engaged way. Months 2 to 3. Building momentum. This is the phase where quitting weed becomes more than just a challenge. It starts to feel rewarding. Emotional balance takes center stage as the amygdala, the brain's stress and fear regulator, calms down. Sleep normalizes, and those once vivid dreams taper off, signaling the return of healthier REM cycles. Cognitively, the changes are undeniable. Memory, focus, and creativity hit levels you may not have experienced in years. Socially, you're more present and your connections with others deepen. Without marijuana clouding your mind, you begin to fully engage with the world around you. 6 months to 1 year, embracing the new you. Half a year into your cannabis-free journey, the transformation feels complete. Your brain's dopamine pathways, dulled by prolonged marijuana use, have largely recovered. Motivation and productivity return, helping you chase goals that once felt out of reach. Physically, the improvements are striking. If you stopped smoking weed, your lungs show significant healing, with increased capacity and reduced coughing. Energy levels soar, making it easier to embrace an active lifestyle. This phase is about rebuilding, not just recovering. Beyond 1 year, the long-term payoff. After a year without THC, the benefits solidify into a new way of life. Your brain's natural reward system functions without external interference, allowing you to experience true joy and satisfaction. Cognitive function, including memory, focus, and learning, continues to improve, reaching heights you may not have thought possible. Emotional resilience becomes second nature. Stressors that once seemed overwhelming now feel manageable. The risk of relapse diminishes significantly as your brain fully adjusts to a cannabis-free state. This phase isn't just about recovery, it's about thriving. You're no longer tied to the cycles of dependence and tolerance, and the freedom is transformative. Quitting marijuana is more than giving something up. It's reclaiming your health, focus, and potential. Each stage brings challenges, but the rewards far outweigh the discomfort. With every step forward, you're not just detoxing from weed, you're rediscovering the best version of yourself. Keep moving forward. The journey is worth it. The neurobiology of quitting marijuana. Inside the brain. Quitting marijuana sets off a series of changes as the brain begins to heal from the effects of THC. From dopamine recovery to better sleep and emotional stability, your brain's ability to adapt and repair is truly remarkable. Here's how it rebalances after you stop using cannabis. Dopamine pathway recovery. THC hijacks the brain's reward system by binding to CB1 receptors, triggering a surge of dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and reward. This artificial stimulation creates a high and reinforces habitual use. Over time, chronic marijuana use dulls the brain's natural dopamine production, leading to a reduced ability to feel pleasure, known as anhedonia. When you quit, the brain begins restoring its dopamine balance, a process that can take weeks or months. During this period, feelings of lethargy and low motivation are common. However, as the system stabilizes, energy returns, and you rediscover joy and focus in everyday life. Effects on sleep. THC suppresses REM sleep, the stage critical for emotional processing and memory consolidation. This explains why marijuana users often experience fewer dreams. Quitting marijuana leads to REM rebound, characterized by vivid and intense dreams as the brain readjusts. Though withdrawal may bring temporary insomnia or restlessness, sleep typically improves within weeks. Over time, you'll experience deeper, more restorative rest, which boosts overall health and cognitive resilience. Memory and mood regulation. The hippocampus, vital for memory and learning, is disrupted by marijuana, causing issues with recall and focus. Quitting allows gradual recovery, with noticeable improvements in clarity and retention over time. Similarly, the amygdala, which regulates stress and emotions, recalibrates, reducing paranoia and mood swings. Ultimately, quitting weed leads to better emotional stability, sharper focus, and improved well-being, a testament to the brain's capacity for renewal. Psychological effects of quitting marijuana. Quitting marijuana isn't just about breaking a habit. It's a journey of profound psychological transformation. From reducing cravings to reigniting motivation and forming stronger emotional connections. Stepping away from cannabis allows the mind to rediscover balance and clarity. Relief from dependence. Dependence on marijuana stems from THC's impact on dopamine, which fuels cravings and reinforces habitual use. For many, this dependency shows up as preoccupation with cannabis or anxiety when it's unavailable. When quitting, the brain begins to restore its natural dopamine cycle. Early on, cravings and anxiety might intensify, but these feelings gradually diminish. Over time, many people report a renewed sense of emotional independence, free from the constant pull of THC. Tackling anxiety and paranoia. Ironically, while marijuana can initially ease stress, chronic use often overstimulates the amygdala, amplifying anxiety and paranoia. This effect explains why some users feel on edge after cannabis use. Quitting allows the brain to recalibrate, though this adjustment may temporarily heighten anxiety. Within weeks, most experience emotional stability, with less paranoia and more resilience to stress. Social and emotional growth. Marijuana can dull emotional processing, making deep connections harder to form. Without THC, emotions become more vivid, empathy sharpens, and relationships deepen. Many find themselves navigating social situations with renewed confidence and forming more meaningful bonds, free from the haze cannabis once cast. Reigniting motivation. Chronic cannabis use often dampens drive, leaving users stuck in a cycle of lethargy. Quitting reverses this pattern. While motivation may feel sluggish at first, dopamine recovery reignites ambition and productivity. Over time, tasks feel manageable again, and creative and career pursuits gain fresh energy. The psychological effects of quitting marijuana reveal the mind's remarkable ability to heal. As cravings subside, anxiety fades, and motivation returns. The emotional rewards make the journey transformative and deeply empowering. The long-term benefits of quitting marijuana. Quitting marijuana offers life-changing benefits that extend far beyond the initial withdrawal phase. Over time, your mind and body recover, unlocking improved mental clarity, emotional balance, stronger relationships, and enhanced physical health. Mental clarity. One of the most immediate changes is the return of mental clarity. Long-term marijuana use can cloud thinking, impair decision-making, and stifle creativity by disrupting the hippocampus and dopamine systems. As these areas heal, the mental fog lifts, enabling sharper focus, better problem-solving, and improved memory. Emotional resilience. Cannabis use often disrupts the brain's emotional regulation, amplifying stress and mood swings. Quitting weed allows the amygdala to rebalance, leading to fewer mood swings and healthier stress responses. Over weeks, you regain emotional stability, making it easier to handle challenges with confidence and calm. Stronger relationships. Marijuana can dull emotional connections, making meaningful relationships harder to maintain. After quitting, emotional clarity returns, deepening empathy and improving communication. This fosters stronger, more fulfilling bonds with loved ones and encourages genuine connections. Physical wellness. Quitting marijuana also rejuvenates your physical health. Smoking affects lung capacity and energy levels, but after quitting, breathing improves and vitality increases. Better sleep and digestion further enhance overall well-being. How marijuana changes your sleep. Marijuana has a profound impact on sleep, often creating short-term benefits while masking deeper issues. For some, it helps induce sleep more quickly, but it disrupts the vital REM stage, responsible for dreaming, emotional regulation, and memory consolidation. Regular marijuana use suppresses REM sleep, leading to fewer dreams and impairing the brain's ability to process emotions and store memories effectively. When you quit marijuana, your sleep undergoes a significant recalibration known as REM rebound. During this phase, vivid and sometimes intense dreams return as the brain attempts to restore its natural REM activity. While these dreams may feel unsettling at first, they're a positive sign that your brain is healing. Withdrawal from marijuana often brings temporary sleep disturbances, including insomnia and difficulty staying asleep. These challenges are common in the first few weeks, but can be eased with strategies like practicing relaxation techniques, maintaining a consistent bedtime routine, or trying natural remedies like chamomile tea or melatonin. Over time, quitting marijuana leads to stabilized sleep cycles and more restorative rest. You'll wake up feeling refreshed, with improved mental clarity and emotional balance. This long-term recovery enhances not just your sleep, but your overall health and well-being. Quitting marijuana is more than a choice. It's a journey to rediscover your best self. As cannabis dependence fades, clarity, motivation, and restful sleep return. Your focus sharpens, relationships with family and friends deepen, and everyday joys feel more meaningful. Physically, your lungs heal, energy rises, and health improves. Each step strengthens your resolve, helping you reclaim control and embrace a brighter, healthier life. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and drop your opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell icon for this channel for more videos like this one. Thank you.